Researchers show that 39% of kids in one nearly decade-long study were picky eaters at some point. The behavior typically starts by age 2 and then peaks by age 6. Registered dietitian and nutritionist Keri Glassman joins us with some tips on how to keep your cool while making sure your kids eat the things that they need to eat in order to grow. How you doing? Good morning.
I am doing well. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So if you have a picky eater in the house, I believe we all have had one at some point. What are easy ways parents can make them eat or make it fun?
Well, first of all, you want it to be a positive experience. You want eating to be joyful and fun, so you want to get them involved. And if you're creative, get a little creative. Make those little happy faces. Make shapes on the plate. And it may sound like it's a lot of effort, and I get it. It can be hard.
It is a lot of effort.
It is.
What do you mean may sound like? Making little faces?
Here comes the airplane.
But some kids are more likely to eat the olive noses and the blueberry eyes if it's, if it's a shape versus just having those foods on the plate. So make it a little bit more exciting like that for them. And then also let them play with their food a little. Parents often make the mistake of when the kids are moving around those carrots and peas, they say, eat your carrots and peas, eat your carrots and peas.
With your food.
And what they really are doing is they're learning about the food. It's part of understanding the texture of the food. They're getting to know it. Give them their time to play with their food a little bit. And then, and let them enjoy that process. They will be more likely to try that food.
What is the current state of thinking on some of the tactics that my mom and people my age had their parents used to get you to eat? Like, finish it all or else. Like, you're not getting
Don't leave the table.
Yeah, you're not leaving the table. Finish it all and you'll get a big fat dessert.
Yeah.
Do we finish it or you don't eat at all?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Those are the three. Finish it all or you go hungry.
Right.
Is that still the state of play?
No, we don't want to do that.
None of those.
So we don't want to use restrictive behavior and demanding behavior. So restrictive behavior is you can't eat this or you have to eat that. The demanding behavior is what you were just talking about of you have to finish you have to finish this. You have to eat all of that. That actually works against you and will create more picky eaters. And then, as you just mentioned, you'll get this. You don't want to reward with food. That's really undermining all of the healthy habits that you're trying to instill in your children.
Thank you very much. You hear that? Both grandmas.
I know.
Your way is no longer the way.
But by the way, I must say, we all do it a little bit too, though. I mean, my kids are grown now, but of course, it's not to say that I never rewarded with food. We all do it to some extent. You just don't want it to be sort of the MO of the house. Like, that's what you do every night.
Then that becomes the expectation the kids have, right?
Exactly.
If I had a parenting do-over, Keri, it would definitely be in terms of how I raise my kids with food. Because I don't cook, I'm not a good cook. They ate like tater tots and fish sticks and spaghetti, Chef Boyardee. I'm not knocking those things, but they didn't see a vegetable for age.
I don't understand.
Well, I would have, you know what I would have done? I would have introduced broccoli and Brussels sprouts and spinach and said, this is really good. I mean, I would have set their mindset very differently. This is really good.
Absolutely.
Do you think that tactic works?
Absolutely. And this is another mistake that parents often make. And again, we all have time to redo this, is to, after the age of 1, we're really supposed to incorporate kids into the family meal.
After 1.
We often set up this sort of, the culture of the home to be the kids' meal, the adult meal.
Yeah.
So it sort of sets up this dynamic of, I don't want to eat that adult food. I don't want to eat those vegetables. Kids really should be eating what the adults are eating. There should be one meal for the family.
I cook most nights, and that's what I try to do. But the 3-year-old will refuse it, and inevitably I end up running a diner where I'm making additional food for him.
And you don't want to be a short order cook. That's also something
my mom would say, this is not a restaurant. Yeah.
But you have to continue to expose them to food. So like you just said, your kids were eating the tater tots and whatever.
Yeah.
It's really about, even if your kids don't eat the food right away, another mistake parents often make is they don't have that broccoli right away. So they say, oh, my kids don't eat broccoli. So they never serve it again. You have to continue to expose.
But don't your palates change?
All kinds of ways.
Because I didn't like Brussels sprouts or broccoli or spinach. Now I really actually like it.
Right, because your palate does develop, but it also takes time. It takes on average 10 to 15 times of trying a food. But what happens? But what happens is if your child isn't eating it, you think, well, I don't want to waste the time and energy and money buying that food.
Keep trying.
So you don't buy it. You have to keep trying, and in different ways, different
I always love
textures.
potatoes. Thank you, Keri.